ancient cave paintings and mysterious lost cities to the world's oldest temples, here are 10 epic ancient discoveries. This is Throwback Thursdays. Hey, before starting, let's give a shout out to Ryan Callahan, letting us know he enjoys the Throwback Thursday episodes. Thanks a lot for that, Ryan. You know, I do as well. It's always fun taking a trip in the Wayback Machine, as it were. So we hope you like this week's edition as well. Cheers! Number 10. Smooth Pyramid. Archaeologists have found the remains of a mysterious pyramidal structure that dates back to around 3,700 years and may indicate the ancient Egyptians' first ever attempt at building a smooth pyramid. It was found about 20 miles south of Cairo in the royal necropolis of Dasha. Excavations are still in the early stages, so the exact size of the pyramid has not yet been established. Blocks of stone and the start of a corridor have been found, still in good condition, as was a block that was engraved with 10 lines of vertical hieroglyphics. Did you know the earliest Egyptian pyramids were actually step pyramids? One of the first of the intentionally designed smooth-sided pyramids that we're more familiar with is thought to have started with the so-called bent pyramid of King Snefru. Experts think its unusual appearance is due to a miscalculation that occurred during its construction. Caves of Nurha. Located in Andalusia, the Nurha Caves is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Spain, and it's the home of the world's largest stalagmite, standing some 105 feet tall. The spectacular series of caverns is also home to some paintings thought to be at least 42,000 years old and created by Neanderthals. Now, this is considered an academic bombshell, as all previous artwork was credited to Homo sapiens. 6 paintings of seals were found in the cave and are thought to represent the only artistic images ever created by Neanderthals. They lived in the caves and were known to eat seals before becoming extinct around 30,000 years ago. The oldest artwork in the world was said to be found in Spain's Cave of El Castillo, thought to date back nearly 41,000 years ago. Bronze Age armor. Now here's something Iron Man never thought of. A suit of armor constructed entirely of bones. The Bronze Age discovery was made in Siberia in the city of Omsk and is thought to be around 4,000 years old. Experts say it likely served as protection for a Siberian warlord and was found in perfect condition. The armor was composed of horse, deer, and elk bones, and experts think it may have been a trophy intended for an elite warrior because it was buried by itself. But there's a few bones of contention as to who buried the suit and why it was buried at all. Such armor would have been greatly valued and required constant care. So one theory suggests that it was buried as part of some ritual or sacrifice. But whatever elite warrior wore that armor would have been well protected from bronze axes and knives and other weapons used at that time. Big find. More than 1,000 statues and 8 mummies were found in the tomb of an ancient noble in Egypt. The mysterious artifacts were discovered in the city of Luxor on the west bank of the Nile. The tomb dates back to the 18th dynasty and is thought to be around 3,500 years old. The dig has also yielded 10 coffins that were adorned with intricate artwork and had carved faces thought to bear the likeness of the dead. A 9-meter shaft held the statuettes, which were identified as Ushabti figurines. They were often placed in Egyptian tombs to help the deceased in the afterlife. Archaeologists also found various clay pots, wooden masks, and several skulls, although it's unknown who they belong to. The excavation is ongoing, and experts say there is evidence that the location has additional mummies that have yet to be discovered. Teotihuacan. This ancient Mesoamerican city is located in the state of Mexico. It was thought to have been founded around 100 BC and lasted until sometime between the 7th and 8th centuries AD. It had a population of some 125,000 people or more and was the biggest city in the pre-Columbian Americas. It's known for having some of the most significant step pyramids ever constructed. Now, the population's decline started around the 6th century and has been linked to extended droughts and famine that hit the region around 535 to 536. After the city collapsed, it became a site of pilgrimage during Aztec times, and today this is Mexico's most visited archaeological site. Brae. This is a Neolithic town discovered in 1850 on the biggest island of the Orkney archipelago in Scotland. The cluster of 8 houses is thought to have been inhabited more than 5,000 years ago and was only uncovered when a damaging storm swept through Scotland. That storm revealed a knoll and the outline of the village. Experts think that the inhabitants abandoned the town sometime around 2500 BC, and they appear to have left in quite a hurry. That's judging from jewelry and other prized possessions being left behind there. Some theories speculate that a catastrophic storm may have suddenly forced the inhabitants out, although there appears to be no direct evidence of such an occurrence. It's possible that the exact reasons for the inhabitants fleeing may never be known, but due to its sudden abandonment and its state of excellent preservation, Skara Brae is often referred to as the Scottish Pompeii. It takes a village. The remains of a human settlement estimated to be 3 times older than the Egyptian pyramids was discovered in British Columbia, and experts think it may help shed light on early civilization in North America. The 14,000-year-old village was located on Trih-KAY Island, over 300 miles northwest of Victoria, Canada. Artifacts like spears, fishhooks, and tools for creating fire were found that date back to the Ice Age. Experts say the ancient discovery could help to alter the ideas of how North America was first inhabited by humans. The presence of the coastal village has led researchers to believe that a great migration of humans could have occurred on the coastline of British Columbia. And that discovery also seems to coincide with stories found in the oral traditions of the indigenous HI-yelt-suk nation, where stories of ancient coastal villages have been passed down for generations. And now it seems archaeological evidence could support those stories. Pooran. Did you know that there is a mysterious island located high in the mountains of a remote Siberian lake? Archaeologists found it in 1891, located near the Mongolian border. The labyrinthine structure is called Pooran, and it appears like it could be a fortress or some sort of prison. Sprawling more than 8 acres, it's thought to date back some 1,300 years, but much of the rectangular edifice is still well preserved and remains intact. But its purpose still remains a mystery. Some researchers have suggested it was constructed to attract people, not to imprison them. Other theories speculate that Pooran could have been used as a summer palace, a monastery, or even an astronomical observatory. Now, some experts said they were surprised to find hints of Chinese architecture, such as a roof tile that was uncovered. And some researchers have observed that the shape of Pooran is comparable to that of the Forbidden City in China. Do you think there could be a connection? Guntaija. Located on the Maltese island of Gozo, this megalithic complex is comprised of 2 temples, which are dated at more than 5,500 years old. After Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, this is thought to be the world's 2nd oldest religious structure created by humans. But exactly how it was constructed still presents a mystery. When it was made, island natives would not have had metal tools or the wheel. Experts say that the huge stone building blocks might have been transported to the site by using ball bearings. Small spherical stones have been found which might have fulfilled that purpose. Figurines and statuettes found there have been associated with fertility rites, and that has led researchers to think the temples could have housed a fertility cult. But its exact function still remains unknown. But what is known is that these temples are older than the pyramids of Egypt. The Vulture Stone. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is considered by many to be the oldest temple site in the world, estimated to date back to around 9000 BC. Scientists examining a pillar called the Vulture Stone found ancient carvings there that could suggest fragments from a swarm of comets struck the Earth around 11,000 BC. That event is thought to have taken out animals like the woolly mammoth and may have helped spark the rise of civilization. Experts from the University of Edinburgh were analyzing the mysterious animal carvings on the pillar to see if they might match up with constellations. The animals were interpreted as astronomical symbols, and by using computer software to match their positions to patterns of stars, the event could be traced to around 11,000 BC. Experts think the fragments hit the Earth after a giant comet from the inner solar system broke apart. Now, the event's time frame would coincide with the Younger Dryas period. That's a time in which a sharp drop in temperature was experienced, and the first Neolithic Paleolithic civilizations were emerging. The comet's impact is thought to have initiated a mini ice age that could have lasted for over 1,000 years. Scientists say the carvings were intended as a record of the catastrophic event and suggest that Göbekli Tepe may have served as an observatory to monitor the constellations.